A lot of people have been moving to the Denver, Colorado area from Houston in the past few years, and it's not just coincidence. Once you're in the area, there's a lot that stands out. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. People are deciding to move to Houston too, from a lot of different states, even Colorado. So which city is better? Is there even a clear answer? Well, let's take a look. So the first thing I want to highlight on the Denver side is that there's more to do. This can encompass a variety of aspects. For starters, Denver has been ranked in the top 10 for best nightlife scenes across multiple reports. Not to mention Denver's also huge craft beer scene, one of the best in the country too. Now, there are some aspects to Houston that I will give credit for, but that's in another section. Where Denver also stands out is what you can find outside the city. Being along the Front Range, Denver is more of an outdoor city than Houston. You have thousands of locations you can visit that are no more than a couple hours away at most, enough to keep you busy for decades. That includes hiking, biking, snowboarding, skiing and cross skiing, camping, and even water-based activities along a few of the reservoirs in the Denver area. Now, I will say if you're looking at being out on the water a lot, Houston's probably the better option. It's close to the Gulf of Mexico, so there are actual beaches you can go to and enjoy your summer. Not to mention Galveston and Trinity Bay. Now, to pivot to some of the pros of Houston, the first worth mentioning is actually the significant change in the cost of living compared to Denver. Let's look at housing first. At the time of this video, the median home price for a single family home in Houston is around $364,000. This is compared to Denver's median price at $595,000. That is a crazy big difference, especially since the national price is sitting at a median value of $420,000. So Houston is $60,000 more affordable. But now let's dive a bit deeper into the cost of living and taxes. For starters, Houston's overall cost of living is 12% lower than Denver, and Texas has no state income tax, whereas Colorado has a 4.4% flat tax, and Houston's sales tax is around 0.5% less compared to Denver. So at first glance, Houston is better, right? Well, upon further inspection, you'll find that Denver actually takes the lead here, and the reason being is because of property taxes. So if you had a house in either city at the median price I just mentioned, you could expect roughly a $6,443 property tax bill in Houston compared to Denver's property tax at $2,916. So your Houston property is costing you an extra $3,527 a year. But you're saving money from no state income tax, right? Well, not exactly. At a $75,000 a year salary, as an example, you're only paying around $2,691 in state taxes in Colorado. So that means just focusing on property and income taxes, Houston is still costing you $836 more a year. Perhaps not a huge difference, especially if your income is higher. Then Colorado taxes will definitely take more. But if you buy a more expensive home in Houston compared to the median, well, then Texas will take more. It's not exactly clear who wins here, because it's not as cut and dry as you might have thought. Denver does actually offer a solid position here as a place to live, despite having a more expensive housing market. Now, before I dive back into a few more comparisons between Houston and Denver, if you're thinking about a move to either city, reach out to me. I specialize in helping homebuyers move into the Denver area, but can also provide a little assistance if you're looking at Houston too. I can clarify what that means one-on-one. I speak with homebuyers like you every week who are planning their next move to Colorado, and they want to do as much research as possible before they start taking the next step. But I love helping them every step of the way and get them in their new home. My information is pinned below. Shoot me an email or schedule a time to talk. I look forward to hearing from you. Now let's get back to these two cities. Now, another one that makes Denver such a great place is the weather. Houston is more south and close to the coast. That's true, but it's consistently hot and humid there. The winters are milder, but in the summer, you're getting days frequently in the 90s. Also, it's ungodly humid. You can write off June, July, and August as basically muggy every day. In Denver, right off the bat, the summers are hot and the winters can be cold and snowy. However, what makes it bearable is the aridity. Denver is actually very dry, which I argue makes the temperature both in the summer and the winter more tolerable. The summer heat doesn't hit as hard and the winters don't bite as hard. And for those who absolutely hate winter, the snowfall in Denver isn't actually that bad. But the closer you move to the mountains, the more snow generally you're gonna get. And the cold temperatures only last from about November November to March, with some sunny days in the 60s sprinkled here and there. Also, something to mention too is that Denver is much sunnier than Houston. This part of Colorado is known for its consistent sunny days, even in the wintertime. That, combined with the aridity, makes it a lot more enjoyable. It can be any time in the winter, 40 degrees out, but sunny, and you can survive in a lightweight coat. Overall, Denver's weather is much better, but if you absolutely hate the cold, then Houston is the choice. Now, the last one I'll cover is actually something I mentioned earlier. I said Denver has a better nightlife scene, right? But if you're a foodie, then Houston takes this one home. Not only are there better rated restaurants within the city of Houston, but the variety is also more noticeable. It's been ranked number 8 in America for cities with the best food. There's just so many options here, from classical barbecue, Creole, Vietnamese, Nigerian, the list goes on. I'll include a link below with some more information on this. Now, Denver has a good food scene too. It's in the top 15, and I'd argue Denver's food scene is growing. But if you're looking for a well-established, famous food city, Houston is definitely the place. So what did you think? It's understandable why people would be moving to Denver, especially from Houston. But of course, it's not without some sacrifice. Now, if you've been considering a move to Texas or have it down between Texas and Colorado, I have another video comparing Denver to Dallas. That might help you better understand whether or not Texas is worth it. But if you're interested in exploring more aspects of Denver, I have another video talking about the surrounding suburbs. I think you'll find it helpful. This is Life on the Front Range. I'll see you there.